Hello. Welcome to Port Misery, a GH podcast where we try to figure out why everybody's so miserable in Port Charles this week. It's sorry, y'all. I'm back. 3 weeks in a row is crazy. I also did a live last Wednesday with Tracy from Sunday Shift because like some of the things happening this week were like egregious. They're egregious. Also remember to like and subscribe. I'm just gonna have the little icon in the corner the whole video if you're watching it on YouTube. But yeah, why not? I'm gonna try and do this more often. I gotta motivate myself. So if you like, listen, I do not be checking analytics or doing anything like that because I don't get a bag for this. This is like straight hobby. But if you're listening and you like what you hear, throw me a like or a subscribe, and that way I know like the people wanna see me. Like the people who wanna see me, they've let me know. They let me know, and you all are enough, but also sometimes either I get busy or I crash out on the show. And I wasn't gonna crash out on the show this week. I didn't do that. It was more of a mundane week. I feel like they wanted to be more, you know, splashy and more like, "Oh, look at all these things happening. Look at this. It's a historic birth and all the things, 16,000 episode." And I'm kind of like, why didn't you just put the birth in the 16,000 episode, right? Like, it's a historic birth, like just throw it in that episode. But they said no. Nope, we're gonna focus on Sonny joining the board. That's what matters. Like, okay. And so it wasn't a bad week. It just like it didn't feel like a week where important things were happening. It just felt like a regular week. Like Portia had been pregnant for like 57 months at this point, like she gave birth to like a 7-year-old child. And so it's hard to be like, this is so historic. And then like it's a 16,000th episode, but like who gives a shit? Like you didn't do anything. Like for the 15,000th episode, they had a whole side story where like Laura was getting recalled because like I don't know if it was like Cyrus Renaud doing some stuff or Victor Cassadine. I don't know. Somebody was opping with Laura, per usual. And the whole cast had to come together to tell the off screen citizens of Port Charles to vote for Laura, even though she's got a whole ass mobster as her advisor. Like, she needs this mobster as an advisor. He donates to libraries and shit. And so, like, that seemed more, fitting than them just saying, like, showing the number 16 a bunch of times. Like, they showed the number 16 so many times. They showed it on a book page. They had characters say it. They had Brit actually say, I almost had to walk 16,000 steps. Like, that's such a random number. Like, people talk about 10,000 steps. They don't talk about 16,000 steps. It's like crazy. And so let's talk about it. Let's start with Monday. I'm just going to talk about it by itself because it's supposed to be this like a moment. Like it's this historic 16,000 episode, but you would have no idea that that's the case because literally nothing happened. You have this weird story where Laura wants Sonny to join the board of GH for reasons because he's pretty much paid for a majority of this hospital for the past like almost 40 years, and so like fuck it, give him his coins, I guess, like give him his due. Tracy is rightfully like, the fuck? Like, no, he's a mobster. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you insane? We can't do that. And Laura's like, why? Like, he's super nice. He's my bestie. He literally just helped us with Whitey's African Warlord, aka a pimp called Sidwell. Like, he's a hero. And Tracy just starts listing off Sonny's crimes because he's been on the show for like 35 years at this point. Like 33, I think. Yeah, 33, 93. And so, like, 33 years at this point, and it's like, he's killed so many characters. He's done so many things. Like, he's a bad dude. Now, I love him. He's my favorite character, but she's not wrong. This is insanity. And so Sunny's like, you know what, babes? Thank you so much, Laura, but like, GH board needs peace. It doesn't need problems. And so I'm just gonna bow out. I gotta go. And so he goes downstairs, runs into Elizabeth. Now, apparently, Elizabeth was also championing this plan. Why? Why would she do this? Like, I'm not saying this. I am kind of saying it. Why would she do this? Like, because he's talked to Cameron one time? Like, it's like, don't pull guns on the commissioner? Like, what? Okay, so Liz like goes upstairs with Sunny to be like, no, this is not happening. You're getting on this board. And apparently so is Liz. And so when Tracy finds out that Liz is also about to be on the board, she's like, you also can't be on the board. Why can't Liz be on the board? Like, I get Sunny, but like, what is What's wrong with Elizabeth? She did keep a bitch in a tower one time, but like you've done worse stuff to that. I don't know if I'm holding that against Elizabeth. She did keep Drew from everyone when she thought he was Jason, but he wasn't even Jason. Like, so I don't know. But she was trying to stop Liz. Liz launches into this whole thing about how her grandparents would totally be 100% behind Sonny being on this board. And everybody on Twitter were dropping the clips of like Audrey cussing out Sonny at Kelly's. It was it was so funny. But I don't think Audrey's dead. I think she's just off screen. So Audrey and Ghost fucking Tom Hardy are like, yeah, like we need to get Sonny on this board. Get Sonny on this board. Tracy does try to champion Alan and Monica. Like they wouldn't want him on the board. Like they did nothing but try to put that man in jail, and then he killed their son. Like what the fuck are we talking about? But she ends up relenting. She's just like, whatever. Like I guess if people want his ass on the board, like I'm gonna champion him not being on the board, but if they vote him on the board, I guess he's just on the board now. He's got this mobster on the fucking board. But that was what happened for like that's part of what happened for the 16,000 episodes. Not even the whole episode, right? It's just like one thing that's happening. We also have like Rocco at the pool, like fighting his entire family some more for no fucking reason. Just all his siblings, like Gio, Danny, Charlotte. Like the only person he's not mad at is Dante at this point. And I don't even know why he's not mad at Dante. He's just decided to he's like, sorry I did that. Like, sorry I did that, Dad. I shouldn't have done that. That wasn't okay. Shouldn't have done that. What shouldn't you have done? What are you upset about? Like what should I forgive? And he won't clarify that at all. But he's so mad at like Gio for just calling Dante. Like Gio didn't even have any tea. That was when he came to Gio and was like crying and stuff, like, oh my god, I do bad things, I'm a terrible person. And then he just ran out. And so Gio was like, yeah, I'm not getting cussed out by Dante again. Calls Dante and was like, hey, something's going on with Rocco. He just came to see me and he's going through it. And he's like super fucking mad about this. Like, I can't ever trust you. And Gio tries to break it down. Like, let me be so real with you, baby bro. If you out here doing something and I'm worried about you, like you ain't got my trust. You ain't got my trust. Like if I think that you're about to harm yourself or do something that will harm you or anything like that, if I think you're in danger, I'm a snitch. I'm gonna snitch. Like that's the good big brother thing to do. I'm gonna snitch. I'm gonna find you, but I'm also gonna snitch. And Rocco's like, yeah, okay, bro, fuck you too. Like fuck you too, bro. Gio's like, I'm gonna go see my girl. I'm gonna go see my girl. My girl's looking real good. I'd rather go see her than deal with you. Like, so when you stop whiling, come see me. And he leaves. Danny shows up and Charlotte is like, listen, we gotta be here for Rocco. He going through some stuff. Yeah, I know he being a little asshole, but he going through some stuff. Danny said no. No, bruh. Like he really out here talking about you need to be okay with my daddy going to jail for me because I'm a hero. And Rocco's still on this time. He's like, I'm a hero. I don't know why you got an attitude with me like this. Like I didn't ask him to do that. It's not my fault that your daddy chooses everybody else but you. Like we're not doing that. And Charlotte kind of puts it on the table like, I don't want you to lose me because you beefing with my brother like this. Like I don't want to lose. Like Danny said, I've lost you, girl. I've lost you. If that's the side you're on, if that's what time you're on, then I've already lost you, girl, because I'm not gonna ever get off this man's neck. Like, fuck this kid. We're not doing that. Put a pin in Danny. We're gonna come back to Danny. We're gonna come back to Danny. And so, now it's Danny and Charlotte. And Charlotte's trying to be like, listen, I'm not saying I'm on his side. I'm saying, like, can you not understand why he would feel the way that he feels like his mama did. His daddy's somewhere on the planet in some WSB gulag. You don't get it? Rocco looks her dead in her eyes and it's just like, I love seeing my big sister just team up with Danny. Fuck you too, bitch. And leaves. I'm like, okay. Okay. Who on that writing staff thought making Rocco start act more like Brit was a good idea? Who thought that? Who thought that was smart? Just having him be super flippant and not give a flying fuck about anything and his actions and how they affect other people. Like, that's really crazy to me. Like, is that going somewhere? Please tell me it's going somewhere. Because if it's not going somewhere, Brick can have that child. Brick can have that child. I don't want to see it. But That's Rocco. We also see Britt. She's out here talking about 16,000 steps because she had just got out of jail, and Lucas picks her up. She immediately gets into a fight with Lucas because like she is kikiing with Lucas. Like, oh man, I'm super glad you get back. I just need to take a shower. I need to lay down. I'll that stupid mean girl detective gave me $5. I only got $5 to my name. I could maybe buy some coffee, but I just need to get in my room. I'm gonna go lay down. Lucas is really like, I'm gonna be so wrong with you, girl. Why do you think you still got a room here? Like, my sister don't like you, and you ran off with Rocco, and so why do you still think you got a room here? Britt's like, that don't even matter because I made a copy of the key and I like hid it somewhere, and so I'm gonna get in this room regardless. It does not matter. Like, I do not give a fuck. And so she leaves. All of a sudden, we hear from the, halls of Bobby's just like screaming, just like, what? Oh no! Just screaming. Like, it sounds like Britt's being murdered. And so Lucas is like, girl, what the hell? Like, what's going on? Are you okay? Like, because they literally just got out of that spy hospital storyline. So who knows what's happening? Britt comes out, just starts cussing Carly out like a dog. Talk about she changed the locks. How could she do that? Da-da-da-da-da, what the fuck? And Lucas is like, babe, I literally just asked you why you still thought you had a room here. Like, I don't know why you think Carly was gonna let you keep this room. Like, she don't even like you like that. Britt is like, did you know about this? Did you know about this? Did you bring me here so you could laugh at me? Da-da-da. Lucas is like, girl, what are you talking about? Where is this coming from? Like, did my man not just sacrifice his whole ass life to save you, and now I'm just gonna do some weird ass shit where I want to laugh at you not having access to a fucking room you don't deserve? Like, what are you talking about? That don't even make no sense. Like, when are we not friends? And then Britt does some little childish, I don't trust anyone. And Lucas is like, you know what, bitch? I liked you better when you thought you were dying. To be honest, like, you were a better person when you thought you were dying. And you think you would get some, like, gratitude now that you're not dying. But instead, you decided to dial up the bitchiness to 100. And so I gotta go. And I'm like, you know what, Lucas? I hear you saying that. I hear you being like, I liked her better when she was dying. I liked that bitch better when she was dead. Just to be honest, that was a beautiful time. Like, was the show good? No. But it wasn't worse because I didn't have to listen to her fucking whine. I'm sick of her. Do something else with her. Like, do something else with her. I'm not one of these people who are like kick people off the show. I will be confused why certain characters are being invested in. I'll talk about that later. But I'm not trying to kick this bitch off the show. I'm saying you need to do something else with her. Do something else with her because this is annoying. This is annoying. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see a 41-year-old child. I don't like that. I don't even like that you have the 15-year-old child acting like this because I think he's too old to be acting like that. But at least he's 15. But her perimenopausal ass should not be acting like this. You got perimenopause. Like, if we are in perimenopause, we should not be acting like this, girl. Like, I'm so sorry. And this is not a dig to Kelly Thiebaud. I'm probably perimenopausal. I'm about to be 39 years old in 2 weeks. Okay, so I am not coming from this woman. She is not that much older than me. We are in the same age group. We are all millennials. I'm saying that she's too old to be acting like this. Okay, you're too old. We can't have it. We cannot be in perimenopause acting like this. We can't. And so that's Brit. That's Brit. Then we got this crusty ass Chaylin non-fight. I what what are we doing with Chaylin? This is why I was talking on the live with Tracy on Wednesday. It was about Chaylin, it was about Jordan, and we'll get to Jordan later at Black Hospital. But like, what is this couple doing? What's the fight? And I also realized that we left room for more Shaylin fights, so don't think that the Shaylin fight is done, right? Because not all the tea came out in this fight. But we do get this sort of setup of Brooklyn being like, what you mean the worst part about this is that I did it to Willow? What the fuck are you talking about? And then Chase is like, Willow's been through so much. And like, I can't believe you would do that to her. Like, after everything your family be putting her through, why you keep doing that to her? And Brooklyn is like, if Willow called you right now, would you leave? Would you leave this conversation that we're having to go deal with her? He looks her dead in her face and was like, yeah, yeah, I would, because she needs me more than you do. She needs me in a way that you don't. He's talking to his wife about his ex-wife. And at no point when he's saying this shit to her does she hit him in the head with a lamp. Not once. That she doesn't punch him. She does not start setting his car on fire. She does not initiate divorce proceedings. In fact, her response is this because of Geo? Like, did I drive you away by like loving my son too much? If that's how you feel, Queen, leave him. Leave him. If you feel like he switched up on you when you got a long lost loose baby who's 20 years old, he don't even have to fucking deal with, leave his ass. You do not need to be dealing with that. But they turn it into this like there are points on both sides ass conversation when there are not. I can see the one thing Chase had to stand on is that she out here breaking the law. And I can't have you breaking the law when I'm actually a cop, girl. You can't do that. But like his responses to like why it's fine with him to be with Willow were actually insane. And then we just sidestep all that. And he's like, yeah, girl, if you feel a type of way, I guess I could pull back. My bad. That's my bad. I didn't realize we were in a spot. And Chaylin's like, or Brooklyn's like, oh my God, thank you so much. And they're just like hugging, like, oh my God. And then Brooklyn's like, should I turn myself in? And Chase is like, nah, because like Willow didn't commit a crime, but you did. And so we got to keep that on the DL. We can't do that. And here's the thing, the show is set up that Brooklyn is the one who was on the road that night. They could change it to Charlotte because there's a moment with Valentine when him and Curtis are talking and he asks like, oh, did you see anyone? And Valentine's like, nope, sure didn't, because he thinks it might be Charlotte. But I don't think it's Charlotte. I think it's Brooklyn because it's a better story. And it goes into the fact that it looks like she's framing Willow to now cover it up for herself. But she never tells Chase that she was on the road that night and that she should be one of these suspects or that she potentially was the car that they're looking for. And so, like, yeah, they could to potentially blow it back up, but the fact that you had him say these crazy things to her and completely sidestepped all of them, okay. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Like, it's annoying. It's an annoying way to be. And, like, if you don't want characters to be unforgivable, then don't have them say unforgivable things. Like if you wanted to end that fight in that really you know, just non-fighty way where everybody just like peas and carrots again at the end of it and we're all dapping each other up, then don't let him say shit like that to her because that's actually crazy for him to say that he would walk out of a legitimate fight that they're having where they're talking about their relationship so he could go run and help Willow because she needs him more. You really had him say that. Wild. Wild. And so that's a potential thing that's gonna come between Chaylin that it hasn't really come out who was on the road that night, and there's a really good chance that it was Brooklyn. And so moving on, we're still on Monday, by the way. This is all the shit that's happening on Monday. You see how it's not screaming 16,000th episode, it's just random shit that could happen on any episode. But they have the character say 16 at some point during the storyline, and that's how you know. That's how you know. But I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, the only thing that happens besides that is that Jason comes back with a random doctor spy who's named after Tristan Rogers, who played Robert. I will now be referring to him as Dr. Spy. Cause why are you a doctor and a spy? The fuck? Like, why are he a doctor and a spy? So he about to be a part of hospital and spy hospital? Okay. Okay, but Jason came back with Dr. Spy, and Dr. Spy was reading Lucy's book, and Jason goes back to the Q mansion, and he runs into Danny, and then, excuse me, Dr. Spy goes to GH, and he sees Liz squabbing it up with Tracy, and so that's pretty much Monday's episode. Vanna reunite. That's also, oh yeah, two more things. Vanna reunite, and so they have a little tete-a-tete about everything that went down, and like they're still sparkly, I'm not gonna lie, but it's mostly like you should go talk to Jocelyn about the tea, and so we'll get to that when we talk more about Spy Hospital. And then Krusty Brennan fights with Carly and tells her that she can't trust Valentine and that he always gonna choose Anna, even though he's a crusty bitch who's not sorry for anything he did. And put a pin in that because we will come back to that. That he's not sorry for anything he did to Carly. Remember that. Remember that. And so that's pretty much Monday's episode. That was the 16,000 episode. Oh my God, wasn't it crazy? It's so great. whatever. And so let's just do the rest of the week in no particular order except the one that I choose. So let's do random shit I don't really care about. So like I said, you had this Chaylin non-fight where they just make up, and then at like the end of the week at some point, freaking Ava comes over to Brooklyn's house with like a gift for the baby. And Brooklyn's like, do you know who the baby daddy is or not? Do you know who it is or not? And Ava can honestly be like, nope, I sure don't, because Ethan admitted that he's not the baby's father. At the same time, Lulu is waxing poetic about her crusty daughter not loving her to Ethan, and he's like, "Yeah, girl, I don't care about that little girl. I don't know. Can we talk about Ava? What do you know about Ava? How's Ava doing? Like, I want to know more about Ava." And so I think he definitely likes her, but I think he also needs shit on her because Ava loves to blackmail that man. Anytime she learned anything, she keep learning tea on that man, and she loves to blackmail him. And so he's trying to get some tea on her so this flirting could be more even because, like, he really out here getting shot in the ass and blackmailed. That's all that's happening to that man. And he needs to get a leg up on her. And so we had that moment, but I didn't really care about it. I'm sure there's other podcasts that will go super into it and give you all the Lulu, Ethan, Ava content that you want. For me personally, I was just like, well, they do look sparkly together, so I'll allow it, and it makes sense for Lulu to be talking to her brother about her problems because any friendship she could have had with Elizabeth has been hijacked by Dante. But we'll get back on that. We'll get back to that. But let's do Jason really quick. So Jason comes back, runs into Danny. They squab a little bit because Danny's like, why you going to jail for crusty ass Rocco? Rocco ain't worth a goddamn. And Jason's like, I just saw him and it made me think of you, and like I wouldn't want you to go to Indonesian gulag, and so I just did what I did. Danny's like, I hear that. I understand that you are the resident Captain Saberho of this town, but when you gonna put me first? Like, why are you saving all the hoes? Like, I don't need you saving hoes, to be honest. I need you to go to my basketball game. Can you like be here for my teacher parent conference? Like, why you guys gotta be saving the hoes? Jason's like, listen, we can't go back. We can't go back, son. We can only go forward. And I'm just gonna let you know that I'm gonna be changing up. I'm gonna be saving less hoes. The hoes are gonna be put on the back burner from now on. And would you like to go fishing with your pa? You wanna go fishing with pa? And Tracy walk up like, hey, welcome back, ho. And he's like, hey, I'm about to take my boy fishing. Can you go tell Alexis that I'm back and I took my son with me going fishing? Tracy's like, I don't work for you, bruh. And why should I go tell Alexis? That's who you wanted to watch your baby. You didn't want me to watch the baby. You gave the power to Alexis. So when you go tell Alexis that you go take your boy fishing, I ain't got shit to do with that. Jason's like, listen, I had to do that because Alexis needed that. Like, she's a legal person, she's a lawyer, she been through a lot. She got Drew fucking with her, telling her she can't see her granddaughter. She needed that. I knew that you had my son regardless. You don't need no paper. You don't need no laws. You kept Michael's children locked up in this house for like 6 months. Had Willow struggling, had her sweating. And so I knew it was good regardless. And Tracy's like, you know what, you right. You right. I'll go tell crusty ass Alexis that you taking your boy fishing. And now Jason's gone. He came back and immediately left. And apparently he's not coming back until next Friday. It's like, why didn't you just let him come back? Why you send him back for the 16,000th episode, and then on the next episode he's like, yeah, you want to go fishing with your pa, and now he gone for another 2 weeks. Like, that's crazy. But that's Jason. And then finally let's go back to Britt, because I don't want to talk about Britt for the rest of this episode. Fuck her. So Britt is at the Metro. Britt is at Bobby's freaking out because she can't get into this room. Isaiah sees her. He's like, "Hey girl, how you doing? You back? Welcome." Like, Portia's gonna be so happy to see you because that was Portia's OB, which is so funny because like Isaiah has no idea that Britt ain't got no job, but Britt immediately starts trying to fight Isaiah. She's like, why are you talking to me? Why ain't you got an attitude? Like, you ain't gonna talk shit about me? You gonna tell me that I make terrible choices? I'm a terrible person? Isaiah's like, I don't really care about whatever white nonsense you be getting into, girl. That ain't got shit to do with me. I'm from Black Hospital. We ain't in that storyline, to be honest. We are not in that storyline. So I don't really give a shit about what you and these white people be doing. I'm just here about my girl because I know she want her doctor back. And so at that point, Dr. Spy comes in. He has said at GH that he stayed at a lovely bed and breakfast. I said, is this Bobby's? Because that is not about a bed and breakfast. That is a like holding above a fucking diner. But it is Bobby's, and he goes like, "Here, I want the one room that y'all have in this place. Like, there's not even multiple rooms. It's like one fucking room. I know sometimes there's multiple rooms, but usually there's only one room, and today is only one room. And Britt sees the room, and she's like, "That's my room. You gotta give me my room. That's my room." Dr. Wyatt said, "What, girl, what? Like, this is my room. See, it says my name on it. I paid money for it. Like, I don't really know what you're talking about." And Isaiah's just like, "Okay, Britt, like, maybe it's his room, girl. Like, maybe we should." And she's like, "No, you gonna give me that room. You gonna give me that room." She looks like a fucking maniac. This is what I was talking about, where I don't want to see this woman crashing out like this. You should not be doing this when you in perimenopause. Like, that's crazy. Why are you crashing out on this man? Like, this man is literally just here, being Australian, being a doctor and a spy, trying to go to his shitty room. I don't understand why this man, who is both a doctor and a fucking spy, want to stay in this hold-in at Bobby's instead of at the Metro Court. But if he chose the Metro Court, then we wouldn't be able to have this stupid moment between him and the unhinged Brit. But essentially, that man said, "Girl, go to hell. Okay? I'm gonna go to my room because I don't have time for this. I hope you and the rest of the unhoused community of Port Charles have a better day, but I have to go." And he leaves. And so Britt is now just running around this town looking for Carly to like cuss her out, finds her at the Metro Court when she out here going IG official with her man Valentin, and starts cussing her out about this damn room at Bobby's. And Carly essentially tells her to go straight to hell. Like, girl, I don't care about this. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You literally ran off with a member of my fucking family, had my cousin all worried, and now you upset with me because you ain't got no crusty room that you can't afford because you ain't got no job because you unhoused. Like, no, 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 no. You not gonna blame me for your fucking problems. Okay, I didn't do that, girl. Like, that's you. You acted like me in 1997. Go find a fucking man to marry or get out my fucking face. And she just leaves. And so now Britt's just at the pool with like $2.73 because she already spent half the money at fucking Bobby's on coffee, yelling at people. And so she just at the pool drinking some free lemon water because it's a nice establishment. Here comes Stella. "Hey girl, how you doing?" Black Hospital being so nice to this woman because they're not in this story, right? They don't care about the white shenanigans of Spy Hospital. And so she's like, "Hey girl, how you doing? You looking okay? You looking good, girl. Are you feeling okay? I knew it was hard for you." And Britt's like, "Thank you so much, girl," because she knows better than to yell at Aunt Stella. Don't yell at Aunt Stella. You don't know her like that. And so she's like, "You know what, Stella? Thank you so much. Like, you are always such a ray of sunshine for me. You are always so nice to me." She's like, "Yeah, girl, of course." And she's like, "I can't wait to work with you again at GH because you just always make my day so nice. I love it so much. Thank you so much." And Britt or Stella has to be like, "Girl, I'm so sorry, girl, but why do you think you still work at this hospital? Like, you abandoned your job, you locked Elizabeth in a closet, you stole a child, a member of the board's child, by the way, because that's like Laura's grandson. So, like, you stole a member of the board's grandson. Why do you think you still work at this hospital?" And Britt starts being like, "Look, I was trapped in crazy white shenanigans over at Spy Hospital. It's not my fault. Like, these are these people. I just, for some reason, I attract crazy people, and it's not my fault." Stella's like, "Listen, I hear all that. I hear all that, and I'm sure the white shenanigans were shenaniganing. And you can't expect any of us to care about that. Like, you cannot put the head nurse of the hospital in a chokehold and lock her in a closet and expect to still have a job at this hospital. Do you know that the chief of staff of this hospital is that bitch's childhood friend? Did you know that? Because you should have known that. Because if y'all don't remember that storyline, Terry and Elizabeth are childhood friends. Because it was a whole thing when Terry popped up, living her true self, and Liz said, "Oh my God, last time I knew you, you were a man. And now you out here living your true self." I love that. I wish I knew about you, that girl, because like I would have supported you in it. It was a whole storyline. I didn't forget. I didn't forget. And so that Terry is a beautiful trans woman, and that's Liz's best childhood friend. And you locked her in a closet, Britt. So why you expect Terry to cap for you? You ain't got no job for the foreseeable future, unfortunately. And Stella had to tell her that. And so that's pretty much all the random straggler bullshit stories I care about. Let's go to Black Hospital. So Black Hospital slash Young Adult Hospital, because I'm gonna shove them in here because I didn't care about them that much this week. I'm gonna explain myself though. I'm gonna explain why. And so let's go to Portia and Jordan. So Jordan decides to just show up at Portia's house to be like, hey girl, could you possibly lie on the stand for Curtis? Because we all know that Isaiah deserved what happened to him. Like, and I'm so sorry that there's a bunch of like dozens and dozens, probably hundreds of people who probably gonna die because this man can't ever do surgery again. But Curtis was upset. Everybody knows Curtis was upset. He shouldn't have said what he said. Portia's like, girl, get the fuck out of my house. I don't want to talk to you about this. And fuck Curtis. Like, no, it's not okay. And Jordan just starts launching in about how this is all Portia's fault because she's a jealous hoe, how Curtis was always hers, always Jordan's. She was on loan to Portia for that time. I said, pause. That man left you, Jordan. That man left you. You tried to get back together with him, and he said, no, I want to be with Portia. But yeah, let's rewrite history. Portia then tries to kind of rewrite history where she's like, I let you have Curtis. I let you have Curtis because I was over here with Isaiah. Pause. That man was having an emotional affair on you. And then you said you gotta stay with me and not go to Jordan right now or our marriage is over. And he left and went to Jordan and then you fucked Isaiah. But whatever, girl. She's talking crazy. You a lot talk crazy. And so at some point, Portia starts going into labor, but she don't want to give that bitch a win. And so she essentially tells Jordan to get the fuck out of her house. Now she's in labor. And she just starts hollering like a fucking teenager who has no idea what's happening. It's very wild. I'm like, listen, I've been around people giving birth. It's not this dramatic. It's not this dramatic. And you've had a baby before. But she just starts hollering. Jordan comes back, and now she's acting uncharacteristically unhinged. Like, I don't know nothing about birthing no babies. Like, girl, were you not the police commissioner? Have you not had a baby? Like, what are we talking about? And so all of a sudden she calls the ambulance and is like, cool, come to the house. Portia's like, how long is it going to take them to get there? Jordan's like, I didn't ask. What do you mean you didn't ask? You didn't fucking ask? This woman is in a high risk, late in life pregnancy, and you don't want to like get the full confirmation of when the ambulance is coming? You trying to kill this woman and her baby as far as I'm concerned, Jordan. Like, you want whatever to happen without medical assistance. This is what the fuck? But whatever. Portia has this baby in the world's most uncomfortable position. She's literally, her whole body is in like a V shape. It's like ridiculous. Like, the baby had to like swim through her uterus in like a J shape to get out of her body. I don't know what's going on. Why are you having this baby be born L shaped like this? But she gives birth to this baby. Like, I mean, was it as egregious as Sam giving birth through her jeans? No, but I still noticed it. I said, what the fuck? But she gave birth to this baby, and now apparently everything's squashed. Everything's squashed. We're not talking about anything. We're not bringing up stuff. The fact that this woman yelled at her until her water broke. We're not talking about any of that. At the same time that this birth scene is happening, Stella and Curtis are at the Metro Court, and Stella asks Curtis, like, so you about to take that plea deal? And Curtis is like, absolutely not. Like, I'm not missing the first 8 months of my baby's life. And Stella's like, bruh, you should probably just take the plea deal. Like, you were way out of pocket. Like, you were way out of pocket. That was some raggedy fucking behavior. And now you gonna make your baby mama testify against you? Like, who's giving this to you? Who's telling you this stuff? And of course, it's Jordan. It's bird ass Jordan. But all's forgiven because Jordan was there to catch this baby when it popped out of Portia's vagina. Great. And so now we're at the hospital, and Stella is out here being hall monitor gatekeeper of this fucking hospital room. That, like, no one is allowed to go in except Curtis and Jordan and fucking Trina, apparently. Because when Isaiah rolls up, he's like, oh my God, I want to see my girl. And Stella's like, it's for family. Shouldn't we let family do it? Luckily, Isaiah ain't got time for none of that. He's like, no, I'm about to go see this baby. Curtis goes to see the baby, and it's kind of a lackluster scene for me. I was expecting more coming off of him. He really seemed like it could have been anybody's baby. Like, that could have been anybody's baby, in my opinion. But Isaiah came in and he's just like, oh my God, Portia, like, you look so beautiful. Are you okay? And Curtis's first instinct is to be like, this is for family. You should go. This is for family. You should leave. This is why I need Isaiah to never take his boot off of Curtis's neck. Never. Right? Like, this is what we're doing at Black Hospital, and Curtis is the fucking villain, so let's go. But Stella's outside with Jordan, and Jordan is like, so I'm gonna go. I just delivered this baby, but I'm gonna go. And Stella's talking about Curtis put you in this family, so you need to be a part of this family. Go into that hospital room. Why should he go into that hospital room? So Curtis can have his whole fucking harem with him? Absolutely not. I hate the writing for Black Hospital. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's not cute. Like, and now we gotta really ignore the fact that Jordan tried to outbird Portia and pretty much yelled at her until her water broke. Because what? Because this baby's really cute, and it is a very cute baby. If you haven't seen the Purtis baby, or maybe it's Isaiah. Some of y'all want it to be Isaiah's baby, and I'm with y'all. Let's get a classic DNA swap, and it turns out that's Isaiah's baby. It's a Black Scrubs baby. Like, you do it. Do it, GH. Do it. But the baby's very cute. But I hate that the cuteness of the baby is taking out the drama of the story. Portia needs to 1000% narc on Jordan for that shit. Like, that was some bird ass behavior. Girl, I slapped the shit out of you. And so, let's do Trina really quick. So Trina had her little showcase. I wish I cared more about that. I wish I cared more about her being a singer. I don't. I feel like y'all invested so much into her being an art, and I loved that about her. And now you're like, I love art, but I actually love singing, and I want to be a fucking singer. I hate that. Okay, that's one. Um, as a college educator, I really do need to ask, have these children graduated from college? Have they? I assume Gio hasn't because he dropped out so he could be a waiter slash lifeguard to spite his fucking mama. But did Emma and Trina and I mean, maybe not Joss, so she out here getting shot in the gut being a spy. But Trina and Emma, Kai, did they graduate? Like, what's going on there? Because they were supposed to graduate the year before, and y'all held off on that. And if they did graduate, what are their degrees? Like, what did Trina switch from, art to voice? Did she get a fine arts degree, a BFA, instead of a BA? Like, what do we do? Like, because the art history degree is a BA, but a voice degree is a BFA. And these are two different degrees. Like, I liked Trina as an art historian more than I like her as a singer. I feel like it's a distraction. I feel like it's like some floundered story. Like, we don't know what to do with her. So I guess we'll just have her do a complete personality and career change. I'm just not invested in it. And it makes me nervous because those types of storylines tend to be exit storylines. Like, if you would like to easily exit a character, make them a musician and put them on tour. See Hat Daddy if you don't believe me. See Blaze if you don't believe me. See Brooklyn multiple times on this show when they want to exit her fucking character. She's either run out of town by her whole damn family or she's going on tour. Miguel, that's Ricky Martin's old character. Like, this is how they exit characters. So I'm very nervous about Trina and her singing ambitions. And I'm also not invested in Geo in being this type of musician. I was invested in him being a violinist. I don't want to hear him sing or play guitar. I'm just not invested in it. Like, that's not the story I'm seeking. And so it's just very weird that they have those two doing that, but it goes well for them. It goes well for them. That's all you need to know. But Trina ends up finding out that her mom had the baby. She goes to see the baby. It's a very cute baby. While she's at the hospital, she ends up seeing Joss and finding out that she's a spy. And of course, she's has feelings about this. Uh, but they decide to not lie to each other. And then anytime Joss has to lie to Trina, then she'll just say the word popcorn and Trina will drop it anyway. Why can't you just be a fucking mature adult and tell her, I can't talk to you about this girl? We don't need popcorn. Like, if Trina's asking her about something she can't talk about, you just gotta be like, I can't talk to you about that, girl. We don't need a popcorn safety word. Like, safety words are for like BDMS. Like, we do not, or BDSM. Like, we do not need safety words for friendship. Just be like, girl, I can't talk to you about that. If you don't want to be lied to, stay out of it. But what are we doing with young adult hospital? Like, this is the most, I guess Jocelyn has a job, she's a spy. Trina and Geo, like I said, they're on the chopping block as far as I'm concerned. It seemed like you gonna like disappear them. Trina is more at risk than Geo because at least he's a part of a popular pairing. And then Emma don't even got a story. Emma's story's her man. Emma's story is her grandmother, but she ain't got her own story. She used to have a story. It used to be about saving animals and having this past and being an activist, and now she just out here like my man, my man, my man. Is my grandma okay? I was so worried about her. Does my man really want to be a singer and a guitarist? I thought he wanted to be a violinist. What's going on with my man? And so she don't even got a story. And so what's going on with Black Hospital and what's going on with Young Adult Hospital? We need to fix it. We need to fix it. But let's move on. Let's go over to Charlotte's hospital. Yes, it's now Charlotte has taken over Rocco's hospital and we have renamed it Charlotte's Hospital because no one cares about this kid Rocco anymore. If Britt want to have him, she can have him at this point. He out here giving everybody attitude cosplaying her in the streets anyway. So we're gonna shift over to Charlotte, the other baby we can't save. But Valentine is back. And he's really like, I'm here to take my baby. I'm not even gonna play games with you. I can try to share the baby with you, but I will 1000% be taking main custody of this baby. I'm down to do like a 70-30 split with you, or I get 70, you get 30. But that's the best I can do, girl. And of course, Lulu's freaking out. But Valentine takes Charlotte to Windermere to be like, yeah, girl, we gonna buy this house again. Like, I'm gonna buy this house again. You gonna have your own room. You gonna get the horses. It's gonna be great. Charlotte's excited. Dante is like, do you even have money, my guy? Like, I know that you free and stuff, but I can't imagine that the WSB was out here letting you leave clean. Like, they must have done some shit. And Valentine does have to admit that he ain't got no money. They definitely took all his money. They said you could be free, but you can't be paid. Like, you could be paid and in jail, or you could be free and broke, but you cannot be free and paid. And so he's like, yeah, I gotta think about that. But Dante is like, all right, well, why you trying to take your baby from Lulu? The baby's better with Lulu. Valentine started reading Lulu for filth. Like, no, she not. The baby don't like her. Like, me and my daughter are clicked in. Like, we are locked in, and Lulu fighting this is really what's coming between her and Charlotte. And Dante's like, you are not a good parent. Like, I just need to be so real with you. You a terrorist. Like, you are a whole ass terrorist. Remember when Charlotte got shot? Like, Charlotte come in and start reading Dante for filth. Like, who the fuck are you talking to? Like, like, you don't talk about my dad like that. Like, I choose my dad. I don't choose Lulu. And y'all can just live with that. Dante's like, you know what? You know what, babes? I don't need to deal with either of you because this ain't my baby and I don't even like Lulu. So, y'all, best of luck to both of y'all. Have a nice day. Him and the cops leave. And so now it's just Charlotte and Valentine. Here come Nina and Brennan. Yeah. Yeah. Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that because we're going to come back to those two. But they show up. Charlotte starts cussing Nina out. Charlotte start cussing Nina out like this raggedy bitch. Start cussing Brandon out. This raggedy bitch. Valentine is like, look, we gotta go. We gotta go. But first, before we go, why you here? Why you here? And Nina tries to be like, well, my brother just died. Valentine is like, you didn't even know his ass like that. You didn't know him like that. You didn't know no Cassius. And so why you here? You know what, girl? Never mind. Y'all have a good day. They leave. We're going to come back to Nina and Brennan. So put a pin in that. What I'll say about the whole Valentine versus Lulu when it comes to Charlotte, I get both sides. I'm just on Valentine's side because I like him more. Like, I don't even have a real reason. Like, I was like, well, she wants to be with him more and girl dad energy. And then the Lulu fans came and they were like, she got shot by Anna when she would date because he didn't want to stop fucking Anna and let her know that his crusty daughter was stalking her. He just let his daughter get like run up and done up by fucking WSB agent Anna Devane. That's very true. I really can't like I can't really say anything. Only thing I can say about that is that I've forgiven him. I've forgiven him. But like they're very right about that. Like what can you say? That's something that absolutely happened. And so there's that. But also like she's about to be an adult. You really gotta deal with it more. Like you can't be crashing out like this and being like there's no compromise that can be made. Like even if you are right. She doesn't see it that way. So you really like fuck him, but for her, you gotta find a way to make it work. Cause you're not gonna convince him or you're not gonna convince her that he's an ancient bitch. You're just not. Like, you're just not. And so that's happening. Then you get this like moment between Dante and Liz. Are Dante and Liz falling in love? Are they falling in love because they were giving him the falling in love music while he was talking his shit about Lulu and her daughter? Because he's talking about, he loves to tell Liz how he don't like Lulu and he's still mad at her. But then also now he's like, well, maybe it'd be okay if Valentine took Charlotte because she's a little cast iron demon seed and she's poisoning my angel baby Rocco. And I'm like, why are you like this, Dante? Why are you like this? Because he thinks that Charlotte is a bad influence on Rocco because Rocco didn't tell him about Valentine. Rocco wasn't going to tell you about Valentine anyway. Like, Rocco keeps secret all the time. It ain't got nothing to do with Charlotte. Like, Dante thinks that everyone is a bad influence on Rocco. And it's actually becoming annoying. First it was Danny, then it was Gio, now it's Charlotte. It's never this kid's fault. It's never this kid's fault. And this is why he acts the way he acts now, to be honest. Like, because y'all don't punish him and you don't hold him to account and you just blame other people. Clearly, it's Sam's baby who's doing it. Clearly, it's fucking Brooklyn's baby that's doing it. Clearly, it's Lulu's baby that's doing it. Couldn't possibly be my, like, all sainted Lante baby. Like, stop. Stop it, Dante. But besides that, it really does seem like Dante about to spin the block on Rick's girl. And Rick ain't even here to see it. Like, Rick is off screen the entire week. So, yikes. But that's Charlotte's hospital. Let's go to Spy Hospital real quick. So, everyone's visiting Jocelyn in the Sam McCall Memorial Hospital room. And Sis got some explaining to do to multiple people. And she's really acting brand new and blonde as fuck. Because, like, why you keep expecting people to be proud of you? Like, she keeps telling this story, like, everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, Jocelyn, I can't believe that you did something so brave and so honorable. Where every single person, Carly, Lucas, Anna, Liesel, Trina, are all like, the fuck? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You a spy? What are you doing, stupid asshole? Why are you doing that? And she's like, what? What? You're mad? Yes, girl, they're mad because you've been lying to everybody's face for months and months and months and months. And with some people, like your mom, like Lucas, like Anna by default, you were straight playing in their fucking face. So take these L's and quit pouting. Like, you are allowed to do what you want. You established that for the past 3.5 weeks that you can do whatever the hell you want, but they're allowed to feel a type of way. They're allowed to feel a type of way. Why are you trying to, like, if you don't support me, then you get the fuck out of my life? Okay, then I'm gonna get out your life. Like, you lucky they're not me. Because if they're me, I'd be like, if those are my two options, I'm gonna choose the latter and make you deal with it. Like, because you try to make me deal with it, I'm not dealing with it. You're about to deal with it. And so that's happening with Jocelyn. Why has Michael not seen her yet? Michael, not only has he not seen her, he hasn't even been told about this. This has not come up for him. And like the last time I saw Michael, she was in the hospital post gunshot wound, and he out here like having fun in the sun with random sex worker, talking about doing shenanigans on fucking Chase. And so whatever. But Jocelyn sees like she saw Brennan on Friday. She first sees Anna because Valentina told her to go see Jocelyn. And I like that she didn't lie to Anna. Like Anna was like, tell me what's up, and she told her what was up. And for a second, Anna was like, okay. Okay, so you did all that? Like, okay, girl, you were out here. You were really out here. And then she tells her how, I lied on Cassius because I thought that Jason and Valentine were worth more than them. Like, worth more than him. Like, yeah, he was out here trying to be good in the end, but he dead and fuck him. Even though Cash is not dead, we learned that last week that he's not dead, that he's just working for John Oliver now. And so Anna was like, oh. Because Anna was really about to give her her bad bitch badge, right? Like, okay, girl, so you are a bad bitch. We love that for you. But then she had to pull it back. She said, no. No, I'm sorry, girl. And Joss is like, what's happening? Why didn't I get the badge? Like, I feel like I should have definitely been dapped up over this. Like, why did I not get my first WSB girly bad bitch badge? And Anna said, so I get that you lied. I get that you lied, but that lie's gonna cost you. Like that lie's gonna cost you, girl. And so I can't give you the badge because you didn't fulfill the bad bitch requirements, which is not have some shit on you at the end of this. And Joss is confused because she's like, what am I gonna have on me? What am I gonna have Britt and Lisa on my fucking shit yelling at me? I don't give a fuck what them bitches got to say. I can handle that. Anna said, no, no, girl. Question. Did you offer to do that? Or did they ask you to do that? And Jocelyn said, it was my idea. I offered. And Anna said, see, that's why you can't have the badge, girl. Like, if John Oliver had asked you to do that, then you would have been doing his ass a favor. And then I could have gone with you. You would have got the badge. But since you brought it up, that means that man's doing you a favor. That you lying wasn't, they didn't give a fuck. They were gonna lie regardless. Like, you lying helps their story, but they would have discredited you regardless if you tried to be like Cassius was a hero and Cullen was a baddie. They'd have been like, she's not even a real spy. We don't even know her. Like, she was a gig worker. Can't listen to her. But you brought it up and then leveraged Valentine and Jason's freedom on it, which means that you owe them now. So now you in it. Like, you're in it, girl. Welcome. And so Anna did have to come by and inform Joss that she is not, in fact, a bad bitch. She did not earn her bad bitch badge. So that happened. Then Liesel showed up because Liesel had been asking people to help her with people lying on her dead son. And then Joss was like, yeah, I'm, not lying. I was very surprised. I get why they went this route, but Joss essentially tells her, like, listen, he had me fooled too, but when I got outside, he shot me square in my gut. And now I'm here. And so, maybe Cullum wasn't a good guy, but Cassius wasn't a good guy either. And I can't really cap for whatever the fuck the WSB be doing. But Cassius, he wasn't a good man. He was not a good man. And I'm sorry, girl. And for some reason, this really affects Joss. And I'm like, I don't understand why you lying on Cassius affects you more than you lying to all your people. Like you having Lucas in a fucked up situation and got his man killed, but you didn't feel bad about that. You had to do that. You would do that again. But you out here in your feelings pushing bed trays and shit because you had to lie on Cassius to Liesel? Okay, that's weird. But Liesel accepts it and she goes to see about James. Now, Cody is the one who got to tell James that Cassius is both not his dad, and that he's dead. This is my question. Why did any of this need to happen? Why did any of this need to happen? In what universe is Maxie not immediately flying home to tell her baby about his dad? Like, her and Spinelli can't mess up the Grand Canyon vacation? That don't make any sense. And then if they couldn't do it, like say something happened, they got snatched up. Like the WSB said, we gotta talk to you. And so they can't come back right away. Then why wouldn't Mac and Felicia tell him? Since they're the guardians. Like why Felicia drove this kid to Cody's horse house to do this. And it goes as well as you think. And on top of that, it's a recast James. So the little actor who plays James, I think his name is Gary, he got into an accident. So it's a temp recast, but like they felt the need to temp recast this kid because we had to see this reaction, but then didn't think to temp recast Maxie, who's the person you would want to hear from. It's just very weird choices. And people, if they really wanted to see this scene, they really wanted to see Gary in it. They wanted to see Gary specifically. And so all of this, in my opinion, could have happened in an off-screen scene that we don't get to see. And then Cody is talking to Molly like, "Ooh, it was so hard telling James. He took it so hard, but Maxie was so strong." And da 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 da. But no, we had to see this. So Felicia brings James to Cody. Cody pulls James to the side, tells him the tea. James freaks out. He's a little kid, so we get it. Lisa comes in and she's like the confirmation, like, "Yeah, babe, like, he's not your dad. Like, I'm so, so sorry. He fooled me too. Like, and we're gonna get through it. We're gonna be okay." And so Cody's like, "Yeah, but it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through it." And James like, "I hate Cody," and like throws a little cowboy hat. And I'm like, "Why you hate Cody? What did Cody do?" Like, Lisa just told you the same story. You don't hate her. But he mad at Cody, and I just feel like none of this scene needed to happen. I'm so sorry. Like, shout out to the little kid who was playing James because he did a good job. He did a good job. We're not here coming for that little kid. That little kid he did the thing. I just think that it was a ridiculous scene to include. If you weren't going to be able to have the emotional payoff, it's not really. You could have just had Cody tell us that James not fucking with him right now because he's taking it badly that Cash is not really his dad. Like, we didn't need to see the scene, is all I'm saying. But that's pretty much Spy Hospital. Some stuff happens with Cody and Molly. I don't care about that. I'm so sorry. If you a Cody and Molly fan, I'm sure there's another podcast that loves them too, and they're gonna get into it and talk about how important it was and how magical it was. I don't care. They said they loved each other, I think. I I don't know. It was in a horse house. Like, he said that to her in a barn, and she used to be with a doctor. This was like a super handsome black man, and now she's in a horse house talking about this little kid and loving this man who smells like hay. Okay, so that's by hospital. Let's move away from it. We don't need to stay here anymore. And so now we got delusional hospital run by Willow. Willow is the president and CEO of Delusional Hospital. She took over for her husband after she put him in a locked in state. And now this is her hospital, and her little henchman, Nina, aka her mother, they are panicking because Drew is unlocking. He is talking to Kai. He's dapping up Willow's kids. He's damn near doing laps around the living room. Like, it is very crazy. And White East African Warlord had told Willow that you build up a tolerance, and they're giving him about a quarter of the dose at this point. So he about to start doing push-ups on her ass. Like, she better sleep with one eye open. But they call Brennan over, who tells them that the black box that has the T on Drew that would allow Willow to blackmail Drew is at Windermere. Why? Why is it at Windermere? Why would John Oliver take Brennan's black box and hide it at Windermere? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't he just keep the box? Even if he couldn't open it, why wouldn't he just keep it? Well, I'll answer that so we can have this stupid run-in with Valentina and Charlotte, because Nina and Brennan go to Windermere, like I said, run into Valentina and Charlotte, get cussed square out by them. Like I said, they asked why Nina was there because Brennan's WSB, so they know why he's there. But why the fuck is Nina here? And they have to tell her, like, "Girl, you don't even know Cash is like that. So what the fuck are you talking about?" But Valentine clocks that. He clocks that she should not be here. There is no reason why you should be here. Put a pin in that. We're gonna come back to that. And so Valentine and Charlotte leave. Nina and Brennan start searching Windermere for the box. Brennan starts collapsing all over the place, like, "Oh my god, the drug is taking over again. What is happening? What is happening here?" But Nina's like, "Whatever, I'll go find this box. I can't have you collapse all over this house." Like, no. But they don't find it. Like, they don't find anything. But at in the middle of them having this like Looney Tunes style run around this house with him collapsing, someone comes into Windermere and they don't see it. They don't see it. So put a pin in that. Coming back to that. And so Nina and Brandon go to the bar to commiserate about being big old losers. Nina starts bringing up like how Willow had such a rough past, because Brandon like, "Why are you even doing this for her? Because she crazy as hell." And Nina's like, "I wanted to be a better mother than my mother, and then I was prevented by my mother who sold my children like fucking magical beans on the side of the road." And now I'm trying to make up for that time. And Willow was in a cult and she was, assaulted. She had a bad time. And you could tell that they're sort of setting up this like Willow is a tortured soul excuse that we've been telling them to give Willow for pretty much a year and a half at this point. Like, stop making this about Drew, stop making it about Michael, and make it about her actual past that y'all established. Like, this is not even made up past. Like, we watched this. This was a storyline. But we're finally setting that up. Not Willow, Nina asked Brennan why he's doing this. And he's like, to be honest, I need Willow because I'm a bum who let a bunch of terrorists make WMDs under my nose, and I'm about to get demoted to Antarctica girl, so I need Willow. He then apologizes to Nina for blackmailing her. And I'm like, so you can apologize to Nina for that bullshit, but you don't want to apologize for Carly for manipulating her daughter and making her join a spy organization? I never want to see that man with Carly again. Never again. Never gave him a ship name because they weren't worth a goddamn. Nope. And so, whatever. But they're commiserating about being losers, and they start making out, and now they're banging. We all called that. We all called that when she started becoming burger buddies with his ass. And so they're banging now. Over back at Willow's house, she's busy cussing Drew out for fake snitching on her for some shit she did not do. And Kai comes over and pretty much learns that Drew is able to move, but that he doesn't want Willow to know this. And he does absolutely nothing with this information. Like, absolutely nothing. The next time we see him, he's with Emma, like waxing poetic about Trina's singing career. It's like ridiculous. Like, but he has more tea on Willow. I'm like, when are you gonna kill Kai? Like, that man knows so much about you. It's crazy. But he learns that. And then the next time we see Willow, cause oh yeah, Kai is like, I have to go because this is a house full of horror. Willow immediately clocks that Drew did something, and so she essentially turns into like the Wesley Snipes crying meme. Pretty much like tells him, don't make me fucking kill you. Don't make me kill you, bitch. Like, he's holding the gun crying, like, I don't want to do it. But Drew is determined. Later on we see Michael. He brought the kids to Willow's house, and of course she sends some kids away and immediately starts accusing him of framing her. And he's pretty much like, I didn't frame you, bitch, but if I did, you deserved it because you raggedy, you an evil bitch, just so you know that. Like, girl, I hate you. And she's like, whatever, you're just upset because Chase sees the good in me. Michael's like, what good? What good? And you should leave that man alone because he's married and he's happy and he don't need to be dragged down by you and you're like evil. But she's like, whatever, bitch. At the same time, Drew is literally in the other room dapping it up with her kids. Literally dapping it up, like telling him not to tell her, like, don't snitch. And as soon as he said don't snitch, then them Carly Spencer genes activated, and those kids didn't say a peep. They didn't say nothing. They were like, you want to play some games? Like, we're just gonna go back to trying to parent trap our parents, even though the parents are not having it. Michael and Willow are like, no, we don't want to play no games with each other. We're done playing games with each other, okay? Like, Michael's like, I gotta go. And Willow's like, it's all good. We can play the game, just the three of us. Wiley is like, no. No, girl, it's a 4-player game. You ruined it. And Willow is as crazy as ever. Like, we can make anything work, just the three of us. It's Delusional Hospital. And so that was Delusional Hospital. Drew about to do backflips out this wheelchair. He about to kick her in the face. And here's my thing. Here's my thing. Drew, for the past like 2 years, his theme song has been Nuck If You Butt. Nuck If You Butt. What makes Willow think that even if she gets this crusty ass information on Drew, that he's still not gonna air her shit out? Just to be petty. Just on some petty shit. Because she been hella fucked up to him. Like, maybe he does. Maybe he's like, no, I can't risk going to jail. But at this point, you can't trust a goddamn thing when it comes to that man. But whatever. Like, they're going to be fighting for president and CEO position of Delusional Hospital soon enough. And so let's go to the final story that I cared about. And it's Mob Hospital featuring Valentin Cassadine. Yes, we have finally detached Mob Hospital from Spy Hospital. But we've got a little remnants of Spy Hospital hanging on in the form of Valentin Cassadine. And Sonny doesn't like it one bit. He does not like it one bit. He is so mad. And I'm really out here trying not to count my chickens before they hatch. But, like, I've seen this dance before. I've seen this dance with these two before. That's all I'm going to say. I saw it with Lorenzo Alcazar. I saw it with Franco. I saw it with Jax. Didn't work out with Jax. But I saw it. But let's get into it. So Sonny is fucking pissed about Valentine, and he's mad that Carly is fucking with him after he switched the meds. Like, how are you about to be my bestie, but you're not mad? Like, I'm mad that that man did that. And something about the baby being in danger, but it's mostly he mad that Carly's fucking Valentine. That's his op. And like, how could she do that? Carly is like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna keep fucking him. You know why? One, because I like him. Okay? But not only that, it's the ultimate get back for that whole Sona bullshit because fuck you for that. You think I forgot that? The North did not forget. Like, you really had me out here looking like a whole punk while you were banging this woman in the streets of Port Charles, and now you both look like punks. Both look like punk. Nina out here worried about Anna. Girl, you need to be worried about me. And so Carly's like, I'm not stopping. I'm not gonna stop fucking him. Brick shows up. Brick is like, hey girl, how you doing? Carly's like, I'm doing fine, but I gotta go. I don't want to talk to this man anymore, and leaves. Put a pin in that. We're gonna come back to Sonny and Brick. But let's go with Carly. So Carly goes back to her house, and Valentine is there cooking her like Coco Vaughn. And it's very cute, it's very sweet, it's very romantic. So of course she immediately asked him about Anna, and that conversation is as awkward as you think it would be. Yeah, yeah. Now, like I said earlier, Carly and Valentine have finally went Instagram official at the Metro Court, making out in front of everybody. But as soon as he left, Emma had dropped the tea that Valentine has seen Anna. And so Carly's kind of spiraling on this news. And Valentine's response to her is like, I like Anna the way that you like Sonny. Why would you say that? Why would you say that to her? Because the way Carly likes Sonny is not a way that she would like you to like Anna, to be honest. But they make up and, you know, they're making out. Carly run into that black box. Yes, honey. I told you we were going to come back to it. Because it turns out that Valentine was the dude who went into that fucking house after Brennan and Nina. And that's why he tried to get Charlotte out of there. He was like, yeah, girl, we gotta go. Don't even worry, because I'm gonna get down to the bottom of this. But he had clocked that Nina should not be there, and whatever they're looking for, he needs to find first. And so he found the box, and he tells Carly, like, this is how we get him back. This is how we get him back. I don't even know why we try to get Nina back, because I'm not even that mad that she tried to snitch on me, but you don't like her, so fuck it. But Brennan, Nina, they're going down, because whatever's in this box, they're looking for it. They're looking for it, and we got to get to it first. And I'm here to say, Brennan don't got it. Brennan don't got it, because what do you mean? Valentine found that shit immediately. He found that shit immediately. At this point, Brennan needs to be demoted to janitor. Like, all he know how to do is bang random blonde women in Port Charles. That's all he know what to do. He does not have any spy skills. He does not have it. He's getting punked by Mob Hospital. He getting punked by Spy Hospital. He can't find a goddamn box. We don't even know why the box is there. But he couldn't find it. Valentine found it. Give him a broom. Give him a broom. Like, let's go. But that's Carly and Valentine. Now let's go back to Sonny. Sonny is with Brick, and he tells Brick to get rid of Valentine. Like, get rid of that man. I don't care what you gotta do. He's Valentine. I know he's done some shit. Like, maybe Carly don't care about them pills. Maybe she don't care about this our baby. But I know he's done some shit that she gonna care about. And like, you will come bring that to me. Brick is like, nah, I can't do that to Carly. What? Brick, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What do you mean you can't do this? Don't you work for Sonny? I'm so confused about who Brick is on this show and what his power level is. Like, I feel like he's so powered up, but he's also like a free agent. Like, he could turn on Sonny, and I don't like that. I don't like that because you don't even need to be on the show, to be honest, let alone be a free agent who could turn on Sonny at any point. But Brick tells Sonny that, like, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go find some shit on this man, but I'm gonna give it to Carly because, like, I really just can't be plotting on her like that. Like, I'm still trying to shoot my shot with her, I guess, and so I cannot mess up the future shot, by plotting against her. And so I'm gonna look up some stuff, but I'm not gonna give it to you. Sunny's like, I don't even give a fuck. I don't give a fuck because, like, this is not in with her getting back with you. This is not in with her getting back with you. Am I saying that it ends with her getting back with me? No. I didn't say that. But there's a better chance of her getting back with me than there ever is of her getting with you. So you do what you gotta do, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like, as long as that man is out of here, as long as Valentine's gone, I don't give a fuck. And so it's Valentine versus Mob Hospital. It's Valentine versus Mob Hospital. You got Sonny over here knucking. Valentine gonna have to buck. Like, I never knew I needed this. I never knew I needed this. Like, yes. Because, like, to be honest, if Dina tried to get back with Valentine, I don't think Sonny would care. I think Sonny would be like, well, that's her ex-husband. I ain't got nothing to do with that. We don't have no babies together. Like, I'm gonna let her do what she wants. But Carly getting with Valentine? Unacceptable. Unacceptable. We got to get involved. And I can't wait for Jason to come back. I don't know. I think that he's going to be on some, I can't be hoeing. I can't be saving the hoes anymore. We cannot be saving the hoes. I got to go fishing with my son. I'm a single father. I care about that now. But I imagine that it's going to come up that Jason knew about Carly and Valentine before he went to the Indonesia gulag. And so that might become a thing. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened this week. Let me know if I left anything out that you would have wanted to hear about. I did try to take some notes this time because there was stuff I did not want to leave out. But that's pretty much it. I've been talking for more than an hour and I haven't done that in like episodes, like in months. And so I'm gonna probably leave it here. If you like this, once again, feel free to like, subscribe. I am trying to do this more, but you know, it does give me more motivation for people to be like, yeah, girl, keep it up. Keep doing it. And so have a great weekend. And I'll see you next time. Bye.